Corey Johnson. Tyler Mealy. Mark Mazzoni. Neil Hendricks. Christian Hulsman. Greg Stawicki. Morgan Pop. Thank you.
As well as having that many scholar athletes, we have been named an academic All-Ohio team, which means the team GPA is 3.0 or above. And on top of those honors, we have 2 seniors this year who have been named as academic All-Ohio athletes. This is an impressive accomplishment. It's accomplished by players like Kevin Moore and Chris Young, who have been named academic Ohio athletes. The requirements for this award are being a senior with a 3.7 grade point average or better. Kevin and Chris have met those requirements each of their 4 years at WHS, and this year's academic All-Ohio awards have been sponsored by the Veterans of Foreign Wars. These young men have accomplished great things in their high school career and will probably continue to do so at the college level. Congratulations. I don't know why I got that. 4 years ago, before the beginning of the season, Mr. Jump told me he was pretty sure that we would win back-to-back conference championships, and then went on to tell me how hard it was going to be to repeat as conference champions. That year was this seniors class freshman year. Not only did they win the conference championship that year, 2001, but they have won it each year since. 5 conference championships in a row. It's a pretty impressive situation, but not necessarily the most impressive. The WHS soccer team has played in the district championship in each of the last 5 years, winning it 3 of those 5 times. Winning this year's conference and district championships were goals that were set at the beginning of the season. Goals that were met by hard work from January through August in the weight room, at open gyms, conditioning sessions, and at practice. They were goals that were worked on from the end of last season through this season. They were goals that were accomplished because of, as Vince Lombardi said, we're good because we work hard. This year's conference district conference championship plaques are sponsored by the WHS Soccer Boosters, and we thank you. Now we're going to get all of these champions up here in a row for you to take a picture of, one at a time. And we'll start with Mr. Forgas. Mr. Hyde. Mr. Johnson. Mr. Culp. Mr. Moore. Mr. Starisky. Mr. Young. And Mr. Ziegler Josh. When you get to be seniors, you're called Mr. You guys use their first name basis. Tyler Mealy. Dan Bogan. Neil Hendricks. Mark Mazzoni. Christian Hulsman. Morgan Pop. Ryan Poznako. Bryce Reinhardt. Keith Smith. Greg Stewicki. Nick Ziegler. And Zach Ziegler. For the last 5 years, we've had a Ziegler bringing up the rear of the line. And they clean up pretty well, don't they? This is an impressive team. You know, when we think about an 18-2-1 season, a season with a conference championship, a district championship, and a trip to the regional finals, and we look at a group of 20 boys where if you were at the CVCA game and saw the sideline of the CVCA team, the number of boys that were there were a whole lot more than 20. When you look at the competition that these guys play, you know, Midview is a Division I team. Farlands, Brookside, Keystone are all Division II teams. We're one of the 2 Division III teams in the conference, one of the few that have accomplished, we're the only team that have accomplished 5 conference championships. No other Lorain County team has been to the district finals 5 times in a row and won it 3 times. This is an impressive group of young men. We're going to move on to the All-Conference, All-County, All-Greater Cleveland Awards. These awards are presented to individual players, but they're team awards. It's unlikely that any player would receive these if the team weren't strong. In the past 4 seasons, our conference record has been 40 wins, 2 losses, and 6 ties. The WHS boys soccer team has not lost a conference game in over 2 years. When we went to the all-conference selection meeting that Sunday after the last regular season game, I went with the thought that since we hadn't lost a game in 2 years, that we should just name our starting lineup as the first team all-conference. There were some other coaches who showed